in the driver's seat of the TVC-Hocking. Anthony Allocco stopped by to see if Wahama could knock them off and see if Trimble could move forward in the conference.
Well, having beat the second and third ranked teams in the conference, Trimble had a bit easier of a time this week against the struggling Wahama White Falcons. The White Falcons got hit with a tough Tomcat team who proved the one loss on their schedule was no more than a fluke. After going down in the first half last week, the impact Justice Jenkins would have was kind of in question, but both teams would trade 3 and outs before Jenkins takes a slick 60-yard carry, getting pushed out at the 12. He finishes that drive with a 1-yard touchdown. Cameron Curry on their next possession is going to take a 45-yard touchdown from Andrew Losey, putting Trimble up 14-0. Jacob Nutter is going to take a jet sweep from his man Philip Hoffman, get into trouble, and dump it off to Dalton Kearns. That's going to be Wahama's first down of the game. They use the fake jet sweep later on in this drive and go on with Bryson Gate, and their effort is going to be evident here as Ricky Kearns is going to chase them all the way down and save 6 Wahama points. Leading 20-8 halfway through the second quarter, Jenkins finds a seam, makes a backdoor cut, and finishes the drive with a 23-yard touchdown. I mentioned earlier that Wahama might come back to that jet sweep pass, but the Tomcat defense was ready this time and are able to shut it down. With 39 seconds left to go in the first half, Wahama is going to be forced to punt. Cameron Curry is going to channel his inner Devin Hester, and he's going to catch it on the bounce, take off, run it for nearly a 50-yard touchdown, and Trimble would go up 33-8, and they would cruise to a 46-14 victory.
Now, starting with a 3 and out isn't like the Tomcats that we're used to seeing. What did it take to get Justice Jenkins going?
Well, obviously the weather wasn't ideal, so Wahama knew the Tomcats were going to stick to the ground. With Wahama stacking the box, Trimble needed to hit the perimeter and keep the White Falcons honest. Runs outside of B-cap were somewhat effective, but the Tomcats wanted more. Bubble screens on the outside to Cameron Curry were the answer the Tomcats needed. The safeties, as well as outside linebackers on Wahama, had to respect this action. Curry often ran the same route, even when he wasn't getting the ball. That caused linebackers to be a couple steps slow in run support. That's all the time Justice Jenkins would need to make the necessary cuts.
Now, Trimble did a good job of adjusting on offense, but how well did the White Falcons make some changes of their own game plan?
Well, the White Falcons faced a tough Tomcat defense with a clever strategy. The White Falcons understood they weren't going to be able to beat Trimble head-on, so they used a lot of motion with wide receivers across the formation, trying to confuse the Tomcats. Trimble gave up a big play early on against this motion, but were able to settle down and focus on their assignments. Give the coaching staff a lot of credit. They made the necessary adjustments that ultimately led to Justice Jenkins with 279 yards and 5 total touchdowns. This 46-14 win keeps the Trimble Train rolling through the second half of the season.
Well, it's another huge win for Trimble, and now they're definitely the team to beat in the TVC-Hocking. Now, the first half of the season